Hi, everybody. Hi. I hope everybody's doing well today. I'm doing pretty good. Um, I am coming to you with a new vlog. Of course, shorter hair. I just, cleaned it up, it look good, and everything, and me and put my face on, look beautiful for everybody and stuff. But I'm coming to you with a new vlog today. And vlog is How's Married Life, and I do this series on married life, my own married life, and things regarding marriage, because I'm a marriage proponent. I think marriage is wonderful and stuff, and I think it's a wonderful institution, full of great benefits, and uh, good for your mental and physical health and stuff. And I think it's absolutely fabulous. Um, and it's certainly not meant for everyone, but for those who do want to participate in marriage, I wholeheartedly give my approval. I think that's great. I think it's a beautiful thing, and it's a wonderful thing for people and stuff. But today I want to talk about is your spouse your friend, or should they be? And I know a lot of people wonder about, people always say, yeah, your husband or wife or whatever should be your friend. And it really is true. You should have a really close friendship with them. That's important. It's important that you can rely and depend on them as you would any other friend. And that starts with friendship. And the point of dating, when we're dating people and getting to know them and in a relationship with them, the point of dating is really as a non romantic friendship. That's the definition that I've heard. And I think that's a wonderful definition because it really is. I mean, not non romantic, I'm sorry, romantic friendship. It's a romantic friendship, and I think that's a wonderful way of describing dating as a romantic friendship because really you're becoming friends, and so it takes time to become friends. It takes time to trust someone. It takes time to get to know them. It takes time to feel like you want to be vulnerable with someone. It takes time to, come to the point where, that, this is your friend and you trust them with who you are and, and things about yourself and they trust you, and stuff. And a big part of being married and marriage is the trust and the knowing that you can rely on this other person. Now, I'm not talking about being dependent upon them. I'm talking about interdependence, that you can rely on them, they can rely on you. You got each other's back, and stuff. You're supportive of one another. You will chastise each other if need be. If people aren't doing things that they're supposed to be doing, you will hold people accountable and responsible and things like that. So all those things matter. It's the way you would do any friendship. It was the way you would do a non-romantic friendship with a friend. And I think it's important to build a marriage on friendship. My husband and I are very good friends. I don't just love him, I like him. I like spending time with him. I like talking with him. I like laughing with him. I like his personality. And I wonder sometimes if people are like, well, I don't know, we're not really friends. And it's like, well, you're going to have to spend probably the rest of your remaining days with this person. Why not be a friend to them? Why not like them as well as love them? Passion is wonderful. Passion is great. Having a passionate love is just fabulous. But what sustains love besides passion? And stuff. What sustains love is a close bond and stuff, and it's not just this familiar bond, because I got family I don't have a familiar bond with, or I don't have a friendship with, and we have a familiar bond, where a bond is family, but I don't have a friendship with and stuff. So that's not enough. It's something that makes me want to maintain this relationship with you and stuff, and maintain the bond that we have and stuff. I think it's wonderful. I've heard lots of talk on the internet about people talking about not being their partners, their wives or husbands' friends on Facebook and all this sort of stuff because they get mad and they do this. And my thought is, well, if you can't open all parts of yourself, especially a part that is open to everybody else pretty much, to your spouse, then you've got more problems than just Facebook, and stuff. If you can't trust them to know how to act or whatever, then you've got more problems than just social media and everything. Now, I'm a social media person. My husband is not, so we don't really have the issues regarding Facebook, although he has a Facebook account and we're friends. It's nothing that I would do on that account that I think he wouldn't be able to see. And if he felt some way about it, he wouldn't go on the account and say something. Usually he would just say something to me and stuff. So it's fine, but that's supposed to keep some open lines of communication. There are not many parts of me that my husband does not know. If he doesn't know those parts, then really nobody knows those parts, okay, and stuff. It's just some stuff that I keep private for myself, which is fine. That's fine, but it's not something that I tell other people and would share with everyone else and not share with him and stuff because he's a friend. I have to be able to trust him with my feelings, with my disappointments, with my hopes, with my dreams, and stuff, with some things that give me anxiety, sometimes and everything. So I trust him with quite a bit and everything, but that's because we're friends and I know he wouldn't use those things against me. I know he wouldn't take those things that I told him in confidence or I told him as, as being a part of me and him having a bond and would come back and use them against me. Because trust is an important thing regarding marriage, regarding friendship, regarding any part of your life. Trust is one of the most important things and stuff. And so trusting my husband is vitally important to me, to us having a friendship. And we started off in a dating relationship. And I'm not talking that you have to start off as friends, non-romantic friends, and then become romantic friends. I mean, you can start off in a romantic relationship and build it as a friendship and stuff. And we started off in a romantic relationship, and I got to know him and who he was and everything and stuff about him and family and stuff like that. And the more I got to know him, the more not only did I love him, the more I started to like him and enjoy his company. My husband and I do a lot of things together. We do, most of the time, we do stuff together. And although we have friendships outside of our marriage, our friendship in our marriage is one of the most important friendships that we have. I just enjoy spending time with my husband. We have very similar personalities. We've got similar sense of humor. We enjoy spending time laughing, talking, and stuff like that. And although we may have a little different interest, in some areas of our lives and stuff, for the most part, we've got common interests and everything. So, I just find spending time with him very refreshing, and very fun. And I learn a lot from him, and I figure he does the same thing with me because we not only have this wonderful, passionate relationship as husband and wife, but we also have a solid friendship that is growing over time, and stuff. And when you come into dating, it's a romantic friendship. You should have a friendship. It should be the basis of, a good basis of a good relationship. I don't really understand people living separate lives, doing separate things, and although you may have separate friends and stuff, they're spending more time with their friends than their, husband or wife and all this stuff. Really, I don't really understand that. And that's to me is like, oh, well, I can't really be around him all the time. He gets on my nerves, and I can't. And I'm just thinking, how are you going to sustain a marriage if this person gets on your nerves and stuff? How are you going to sustain a lifetime commitment and relationship if you can't really stand the person, or if you can't be around the person more than a little bit before you get all agitated and freaked out, and stuff? Um, that to me seems rather immature on some level and stuff. But you have to, but that's really up to you and your partner and everything. But to me, that is seems immature on some level, that you can't, that you think, oh, well, I need to, I just can't, I can't take him, or I can't take her for too long and stuff. um you certainly want to be able to, enjoy time with girlfriends, or with your husband, with his guy friends. They certainly want to be able to enjoy time with them and stuff. But those relationships and those friendships should not take the place of the intimacy that you should share with your husband or wife. They shouldn't be a substitute. And if you're glomming on the friends because you have nothing in your marriage, if you're attaching to friends because your marriage is so empty, and empty of any friendship, empty of any love, empty of any like, empty of any compassion or kindness, and you're glomming onto your friends because you have nothing there, then really you have not some problem some problem, regarding, maybe a friendship with a friend. You have a relationship problem with your partner that you need to see about. You have a problem that maybe you need to get counseling for regarding your marriage, and stuff. And it's not something that's terrible or bad. Things can be fixed if you've got a basis of love in there. Things can be different, things can be better if you've got a basis of love in there. But it's got to have a basis of love, and stuff. And I have my friends, and I love them dearly. I love my friends and stuff. But I have my husband, and really, I love him more, and stuff. The relationship with him to me is very important. It doesn't. It doesn't. He doesn't ask me to drop all other relationships just to focus on him, but it's an important relationship that I nurture, as well as the other relationships, including family and friends, that I also have to nurture and stuff. It's a fine balance you have to try to figure out, how to maintain and stuff. And that's up to you. But understand, at the basis of your relationship, your marriage should be a solid friendship that's probably going to grow and grow and grow and grow, and stuff. Because you'll be with this person a long, long time, probably, and stuff. And so that friendship that you have with them is going to sustain you through some difficult times, and stuff. Listen, if you don't have a friendship and you go through a really hard time in marriage, and believe me, there will be hard times in your marriage, okay? If you're married or thinking about getting married, there will be hard times in your marriage. There will be tough times and decisions to make. If you don't have that basis of friendship, if you're just all about yourself, if maybe a little bit of the passion may have waned and you're still trying to figure out how to sustain a marriage, the friendship will do it. If you don't have the friendship, you don't have anything, and stuff. Because passion can come and go. There are circumstances, there are things, kids, illness, job loss, all kinds of stuff that can happen that can make passion sort of wane just a little bit, in a marriage. But if you have a solid friendship, if you have the solid friendship with your spouse, that can sustain all those tough times that you have in a marriage and stuff. I've had tough times with friends and stuff, but we're still friends, because there was the friendship, the thing that bonded us in the first place. So, all the stuff, and certainly love is important, and stuff. And passionate love is wonderful. It's great. It's fabulous. But you just can't keep a marriage just on passionate love. There's got to be more. There's got to be more acceptance. There's got to be more compassion. There's got to be more intimacy and vulnerability, for you to sustain a marriage, and stuff. But just besides on just having this passionate love affair, essentially, because that's all that is. It's just a passionate love affair and stuff, that when the sex gets not so exciting, or someone gets ill and maybe sex is not something that they can participate in, as frequently and as passionately as they used to, you'll have something else. You'll have the friendship to fall back on. And that's a really important, component. And to me, one of the most important components to sustaining and having a marriage. There's nothing like being married to someone that's your friend, and and stuff, and the love and the care that you share for each other as two friends, and stuff. It's wonderful, and it's powerful, and it can make for a wonderful, powerful marriage, and stuff. You just have to sustain it, and and I think the friendships are something that we as people, really hold dearly and stuff. That companionship, that friendship, and that you have and stuff. So I'm so glad that, yes, my husband is my friend. I love him, but I certainly like him and stuff. And I'm so glad he's my friend. I'm glad that I have a friend in my husband. And I'm thankful that I'm so blessed to have him as my friend. So we'll talk again. Right now, I'm just gonna go and eat my lunch, and we'll talk again. And I'll see you guys later. And you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Okay, bye bye.